Hello everyone, my name is Legend Ronnie and this game is Rise of Civilization. What this video is gonna be about, it's about the three new civilizations and their special units. So I'm going to try to talk about the new civilizations. I'm gonna try to advise which civilization is good and so on. I'm gonna do a show about all three civilizations. You're gonna see the buildings, special units and everything. I'll try to do the video as short as possible. We will see how it goes. So let me get into the game and let me get started. Right, so this is the main building of the Arabia. So right now I'm with Arabia civilization. This is the main building. If I go into the city, now these are their buildings. UPIA. Their special units. Now this is something that I want to mention, which is valid for any civilizations. So in any civilizations, only the special unit is different. Any other units, they are as equal as possible with any other civilizations. The only difference is the special unit. So there's no reason for me to go to every unit and show it, because they are the same as any other tier 4 units except their special unit, which is the Memluk. Right, so this is the tier 4 Memluk. This is their stats: 192 attack, 192 defense, 197 health. Now I had an argument with someone who was telling me that Arabia has the highest attack cavalry at the moment, and we will go there as well. And now I'm going to show you the tier 5. So this is 227 attack. Now I always mention in many of my videos that Spain has the highest attack cavalry. So I'm just gonna go there and we are gonna sort it out right now. Let's see, are they actually the highest attack? What are we waiting for? We brought our friend up there, the calculator. Let's get started. For the reference, I'm just gonna pop up the picture. So you have the elite conquistador. They have 232 attack. That is quite a lot of attack. You don't want to go against those guys. Right, yo. So 227. Now the best way we can do this is 227. We calculated by 200% attack. I believe that would be the best and logical choice to do, because I always mention that when you are max research, the conquistador have the highest attack. So when you are max research, that would be 200% approximately. I was told that it's like 196 or something like that, which is the maximum you can reach. But there are also buffs during the battle that you can get, so we're gonna go with 200%. 200%, that's 227. Where is the plus? Plus 227. Plus another 227. Plus, so this is 681. That is 200%. We do 5% from the civilizations. Now 5% from 227 is 11 and I don't know, 3.5. We do it 11. Plus 11. Plus 11. So we have 692. So with 200% attack and 5% from the Arabia civilization, we get 692 attack on the elite Memluk. Whew, that is a lot, yo. Now let's press the C button and we have 232 on the conquistadors. So 232 plus 232 plus 232 equal 696. It's slightly just more, but the conquistador, they have also 5% on their defense. Now this is gonna go endlessly if we start doing all these calculations, all this mathematics. I was just trying to prove that as higher you get into attack, as more the conquistador are going to prove themselves higher in attack. And this is why I mentioned all my videos when I said that for the end game, when you're max research, the conquistador have the highest attack. Now it's only 4 difference, is probably next to insignificant in a battle. They also have the 5% defense. This guy also have like 5 health, a little bit more than, so you know, it's gonna be endless calculations to actually find out which one is the best. The point is, the Conquistador, they have the highest attack. I just want to prove my point. So I'm gonna take out the calculator now because I'm done with this. Not with me. What? I'm always doing this kind of mistakes. Now I'm gonna switch the civilizations and we are going to explore the other civilizations. After that, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about the important ones or the new ones. I don't want to just spread it out. This is what I wanted to show in this part of the video. Now I'm gonna go forward and I'm going to change the civilizations. Right, so the next one is gonna be the Ottoman Empire. Increase archers' health, troops' march speed, and active skill damage. Special unit, Janissary. Ooh, that sounds kinky. Alright, confirm. Let's switch to the Ottoman Empire. What are we waiting for? The Ottoman Empire is waiting for us. Keep on loading, baby. You know what time it is. Level 25 Ottoman buildings. Holy wow. I don't see much of a difference on some of the buildings. For example, the siege workshop, it kinda looks the same. Janissary, look at those bad boys. Not very much different than the Arabia. Let's see the building on the outside. So the building on the outside does indeed look slightly different. You know, it has more towers and all that. So it's pretty awesome. Let's explore their archer range. Janissary. What the F? Archers with a sword. These trusted soldiers are always in high spirits. So they are drunk most of the time. Almost as the weirdness cannot find them on the battlefield. Well, if they are drunk, where you can find them? They are off the battlefield. Sad story with this Janissary. Put your trust in the Ottomans. 197 attack, 192 defense, 192 health. That looks really nice. Just let me do something real quick. Okay, so we've done that. And then we have the elite ones. Governor, you must first research the elite Janissary. Oof, the elite one. The last line of defense, protecting the Sultan. Janissaries are the fearless, impenetrable barrier capable of repelling any assault. Well, of course, after they pass the drunk Janissaries, they meet the elite Janissaries. Someone has to stop the enemy. Makes sense. So these guys are more sober than the other ones. 227 attack. Yo. Still the British archers, they're gonna kick their butt. There's no joke in that. Nothing is gonna change about it. And this is Janissary. Okay, so let me bring up the British one, because now I really got curious. Where are the British tier 5 archers? We're gonna go with the tier 5. So we have the elite longbowman, 232 attack, 16 defense, 11 health. So they have the same defense. The Janissary, they have just a little bit more health than, but still the elite longbowman, the British one, they have the highest attack. The tier 4 longbowmen, I'm not gonna bring the picture up, they have 202 attack. I know that for 100%, so there's 202 attack on the elite longbowmen. And the British, they also offer 5% archers damage on top of this. So when it comes to archers, I would still put my hopes on the British for the damage of the archers. It's still much higher damage on the British archers. Not to mention that there are so many commanders that grant you 100% of attack, so it all adds up. The British one are going to do the highest damage when it comes to archers. So elite Janissary. Well, I'm pretty much done with the Ottomans. There's nothing more I can say about them. As I mentioned, this is just gonna be a slideshow of all the civilizations. Once I'm gonna be done with it, once I'm gonna switch to the last one, then I'm gonna talk in general for the most important ones. So which is the last one? The last one is going to be, after Ottomans, we have Byzantium. Increase cavalry health, stone gathering, and hospital capacity. Special unit Cataproct. So we didn't have enough cavalry. Now we have four cavalry and 4 archers. So that means we're missing an infantry. So you guys guess what's the new civilization gonna bring us? Some infantry dudes. Alright, confirm. We're not gonna wait any longer. We are switching. And there you go. Wow. Byzantium. Again, I honestly don't think there is much of a difference between the... I mean, there is slightly a difference, but some of the buildings, I think they kind of look the same, like the tavern. I didn't see much of a difference in the tavern. Very, very similar. The resource buildings, they are similar. I mean, this one I think is similar for all 3 of them. If you upgrade it, it's gonna look similar. Wait. If you upgrade it, it's gonna look a little bit different. So I don't see much differences between the buildings, to be honest. Let's go outside and let's see the giant building. Not too much. What was that? That looks really interesting. Looks nice. I think I like the Ottomans one. I liked it much better, the Ottomans one, than the Byzantium. The Ottomans and the Arabia one, those were looking much better than the Byzantium in terms of design. Now let's see their special units. Let's see the Cataproct. Cataprocts are covered head to toe in heavy armor. So all you have to do is just get them into a swamp and they are dead. They're gonna die themselves. You don't even need to do anything. Even their horses wear a full set of plate or scale armor. A Cataproct charge is capable of breaking through even the most steadfast enemy formation. Are they trying to say that they're gonna beat infantry? Is this what they are trying to say? 202 defense. Holy jeez. They actually do have a freaking large amount of armor of them. 187 attack. So if I'm correct, the Teutonic Knights, they were the next one as defense with a lot of defense. Because the Teutonic Knights, they have 187 attack, 197 and 197. So now these guys are the highest defensive cavalry. Now what was the special bonus from the civilizations? I'm just gonna go real quick and check. From the Byzantium, increased cavalry health, so it's granted 5% health, stone gathering, and hospital capacity. This would look really interesting with the new commander, which is Belisarius. Is Belisarius actually their starting commander? Yes. Ottoman starts with Osman, and this guy starts with Babers. Justin Biebers. Justin Babers. So Byzantium, Belisarius. This could be interesting. I have to say that amount of defense, and Belisarius, when he obtains his expertise, he's going to have approximately 30% more defense on the cavalry. Then you get 15% more defense if you use Pelagius as main commander. That brings you to 45%. That's a lot of defense, and as that is not including research. Now you can pop a 10% defense buff, and you have 55% just from that. You pick up a rune of 5%, that's 60% defense without any research. Now with the research, can you imagine or can you realize how high in defense can these cataphract units get? That's a tremendous amount of defense. I don't want to think about it. I really think they will be really tanky. They will be really tanky cavalry. You get 5% health. That will be interesting. I have to say, this would be an interesting setup to try out. Byzantium. Let me just do something real quick here. So let's see the special unit, the elite ones. Where is it? So this is the elite cataphract. A complete suit of armor may be heavy, but the protection and destructive power it provides the wearer can prove quite unsettling to adversaries, no matter how experienced. Whoa, how about that? They look really mean, I have to say, yo. They look really mean. Head to toe armor, including that horse with those pesky legs. I don't know how are they still surviving, and the horse right now is just in one leg. That's about to break. Poor horse, man. Poor horse. So 222 defense. Is that a lot? Let me bring the Teutonic Knights. Now I'm curious. Let me bring the Teutonic Knights. Since we are on this, where is the Germany? The Germany tier 5. Alright. So the Teutonic Knights, 220, 212, 217, 222. Alright, so in health, the Teutonic Knights have a little bit more. These guys have 5% more defense. And these guys have actually one attack extra on the Teutonic Knights. And 5% defense. Right, so I'm not sure how exactly to calculate defense with the health. That's really complicated to do. Load 12, power 10, very slow. These guys are very slow as well. They're all very slow. Very slow. What the hell, yo? Tier 5 troops, they're all very slow. So indeed, they look pretty mean, I have to say about it. Elite Cataphract. As I mentioned, it can be a very interesting setup with this Cataphract units and Belisarius with Pelagius. I really think that free-to-play player could actually have a really important role with Byzantium. I would try it at least. Or even if not with Byzantium, but Pelagius with Belisarius, with that amount of defense, they can actually do something. Right, now let's talk a little bit about the other civilizations, or let's talk in general about the civilizations, because now we have 11 civilizations. Hope I'm not wrong. 2, 4, 6, 8, 11 civilizations. I'm gonna talk about the free-to-play player. Now, if you're a free-to-play player and you're wondering which civilization you should choose, in my opinion, and this is my personal opinion and advice, at level 10, you get a civilization change. So if you're starting, my advice is to start with Britain just because you get Boudica. Boudica is not just a peacekeeper. Now we have another peacekeeper. Arabia has a peacekeeper as well. But Boudica has her second skill, which grants you 20% more experience from barbarian and neutral units, which is going to help you a lot to level another commander. Whichever commander you want to level up. You want to level Belisarius, you want to level Osman, you want to level Pelagius, whichever other commander you want to level up, Boudica will help you a lot. And being the starting commander is going to help you up level her max her skills pretty fast because of the main quest. Now at level 10 you're going to get a civilization change. My advice, it remains the same. If you are a free to play, my advice remains the same, to switch to Spain. Why am I telling you to switch to Spain? Because I was mentioning you're gonna get Boudica, then you're going to level up your Pelagius, you're gonna have special units, Conquistador, which they are very powerful. On top of Pelagius, you're gonna get Lohar, and on top of Lohar, you're gonna level up your Belisarius. So you're gonna make a very good free-to-play cavalry combination, Pelagius and Belisarius. Now you're noticing the reason why I'm telling you to go with Spain is because cavalry, they are very popular right now. In this free-to-play, you have 2 specialization commanders that can actually benefit your cavalry head to toe. You get 10% more experience. If you're a free-to-play player, this is something that you need, and this is why I advise Boudica as well, because of the 20% from the neutrals. Then you get another 10% experience from this, plus 20% resource production at all times. It costs for the king to use 8-hour buff that grants us, I'm not sure if it's 20 or 25% resource production. It cost him a bunch of gems. It's like 2,500 gems or something like that. Now imagine that you have this all the time. This is a lot of resource income on the long run, not to mention the 10% experience that you can get. This is what you need as free to play. You need to get ahead with your commanders, with your levels. Having level 60 commanders is really hard. Any experience you get as extra is gonna help you a lot. Even if you plan to spend a little bit into the game, maybe you want to max out the first 2 skill on Minamoto, I give you an example, that will probably cost you like, I don't know, $30, $40 or something like that. You're gonna max out the first 2 skill on Minamoto, and you can build up a very strong cavalry civilizations. If you want to change to any other civilizations, you can do, is your choice. They are all good. They have all various bonuses and various options. If you want to switch to Rome, if you want to go for the infantry, then I would advise you to go to Rome. Later on, it's gonna be your choice. My advice would be to stay with Spain, benefit from this 10% experience, get as many commanders high in level as possible, and farm as many resources as possible, because you're gonna burn through a lot of resources. Right here. Now for the spenders, if you guys remember, I always advise starting Germany for the moderate spenders or relatively medium spenders, or how would you like to call them. I always advise Germany. You get Teutonic Knights, you get training speed, cavalry, attack. But apparently for the beginning, Arabia, now it seems much better. Those Memluk units, they have a lot of cavalry attack. So until you reach max research, I would really much advise Arabia, and even after that you can still stay with Arabia if you are in favor of the cavalry units. You get the 5% attack, you get the special unit, which they have in total more attack than the other ones. And you're probably wondering why I'm mentioning so much attack. Because I consider cavalry a damaging unit. Tell me which cavalry commander has defensive options. None of them. They all have skill damage, like the archers one. They are built for damage. You put double C and you put Minamoto together, and you get how much? That's 20, 50, that's like 75% attack on your cavalry. So why not go with as much attack as possible? And that's why they have the special unit Memluk. Not to mention that you're gonna deal more damage, so you're definitely not just barbarians but neutral units. They're probably gonna be events into the future, like the Karak event. There's going to be a lot more events into the future. You're going to do more damage to those. And if you are a spender, everyone is going to expect you to do rallies. You're going to have 5% more damage to your rallied armies, which is going to mean something. That's going to be 5% more damage to the rally. That's on top of the normal damage, which is pretty huge. So if you're a moderate spender, then Arabia is for you. I would definitely advise you to go to Arabia. Any other civilization can be good. For archers, for example, Ottomans can be good as well. I would still advise British if you want to go full archers. They have the highest attack. They have 202 and 232, tier 4, tier 5. They have 5% attack, not health, march speed, and active skill damage. Active skill damage is 5%, can be easily diminished. It's not really that great. On the skill damage I'm talking about, because skill damage, you guys know, is not all the time. Skill damage is something that it's happening, then you have to wait for the rage, then it's happening again. When it comes to rallied damage, this is all the time, because the rally attacks turn after turn after turn. It's same with the attack of your troops. If you are a spender, like you're gonna rush your things to tier 5 troops, my advice is still for Rome. This is my advice. If you are someone that spends a lot of money into the game, I would still advise you to go with Rome. First of all, if you're gonna unlock tier 5, your cavalry, even the normal ones, they're gonna be really strong. If you wanna go with the cavalry, then I would suggest Arabia as well. But later on, I would suggest you Rome, because first of all, you wanna counter as many medium spenders as you can. And if you have tier 5 legionnaires behind Charles Martel and you know, any other commanders, or even behind Julius Caesar and Hannibal Barca, which are gonna probably get them from the Mightiest Governor event, with tier 5 legionnaires, you're gonna be unstoppable. You're gonna kill any cavalry, any medium spender. That's gonna be your main concern if there is anyone trying to oppose you. So that is my advice. There's no point to go through all the civilization and just talk about them. I just wanted to point out the one that I consider the most important. As I mentioned, interesting, I consider the Cataphract with Pelagius and Belisarius. The amount of defense they can get is gonna be literally insane. Ottomans for the archers, but I'm still in favor of the British. They have a lot more attack. I mentioned about it, and that is pretty much. I think I talked and said too much about it. Right. Now, as I mentioned, I wanted this to be like a short video, and apparently it didn't. There's like 27 minutes. I hope that I did say a lot of information. So yeah, Arabia is a little bit of a game changer now, with the cavalry, with the rally damage, and everything they are doing is pretty exciting. Until next time, this is your boy Legend Ronnie signing out, yo. Peace out and take care.